Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu Persona 3 und dem Beagle. Ja, ich habe jetzt gerade noch ein bisschen Black Myth Wukong gespielt. Und, was soll ich sagen? Das lief nicht so gut. Also doch, ich habe ein paar Bosse gelegt, aber an genauso vielen bin ich auch heftig gestorben. Ne? Immer wenn man denkt, es geht nicht mehr, kommt Black Myth Wukong daher. Und ja, schon fühlt man sich schlecht. Immer wenn man denkt, man hat ein bisschen Skill bewiesen, merkt man, wie wenig Skill man eigentlich hatte. Aber das ist okay. Ich kann damit leben. Ich brauchte jetzt nur eine Pause davon, ständig umgebracht zu werden. Und deswegen bin ich nach Persona 5 zurückgeswitcht. Nee. Doch. Nee, doch. Nee. Ich guck gerade, wo ich gerade da. Ich will doch Bunkichi und Dings, ne? Die wollte ich machen. Ich bin schon ganz verwirrt. Nein, nicht speichern. Schon habe ich gut, ein bisschen bessere Laune. 5. Rang 5. Dann wollen wir mal. Ich konnte auch nur Team machen, oder? Nee, ich kann auch den pummeligen Jungen machen, aber ist mir egal.
Oh, look, dear. He's here. Try and perk up for the boy, all right?
I understand their reasoning. But if they really go through with this, if we lose that tree, it would be like losing our son all over again.
Du denkst darüber viel zu... Bitte streite nicht. Warum bitte... Ich weiß, sie wollen von mir, dass ich sage, bitte streitet nicht. Aber das erste finde ich super unsensibel. Das zweite ergibt keinen Sinn.
Oh, we're fine. We're not fighting. I was just fussing. Sorry for making you worry.
Alles gut.
Apparently the rumor about cutting down the persimmon tree was true. So we went to the school together to say our goodbyes. Unfortunately, that just reminded my dear of the pain we felt the day our son died.
Kopf hoch. Das ist sowas, das würde ich niemals sagen, Leute. Niemals.
See, dear? That's exactly what I said. If you keep crying all the time,
Ja.
then what'll your admirers
Mein Sohn ist
think?
gestorben. Ja, Kopf hoch.
Right?
Es ist egal, wie lange es her ist. Es tut immer noch
Don't
weh,
make
behaupte
fun of this
ich.
wrinkled old lady.
Obwohl ich die echt aufschiebe, bin ich auch bei denen ganz gut dabei. Oh, ganz gut dabei. Manchmal denke ich nicht dran und mache automatisch X.
Take this for when you get hungry.
Wie viel Essen die mir immer reindrücken. Aber ich muss dran, ich muss unbedingt das Zeug in den Kühlschrank legen. Verdammt. Mache ich jetzt.
Oh, welcome back.
Ja, das können wir. Ja, machen wir sofort. Ich muss nur eben was... Und zwar... Zack. So. Ich muss die echt von da ansprechen.
Yeah.
Ich habe meinen Timer gar
your
nicht
notes look
angemacht.
so trendy. I kind of wasn't
Trendy?
expecting that. Oh no, these are Natsuki-chan's notes. She let me borrow them since I was out trapped in Tartarus. She sure is. That said, there's actually quite a bit missing from these notes. Oh, you're right. This part just has the equation and no answer, and this page is full of doodles. And this part, is that a drool stain? Hey, it may not be the best study material, but it's the thought that counts, right? Mm-hmm. I've been trying to think of a way to return the favor.
Also wenn sie wirklich darauf angewiesen wäre, dann schon.
You guys are friends, right? I don't think you need to worry about it. But I get how you feel. Oh, I know. Maybe I could fill in the parts that are missing in our notes. Or would that be rude? I think that's a great idea. We could even help you out. It'd help us review the material too, right?
Lol. Hab ich
Thanks,
gesagt.
you two. Here, let me see those notes.
Ja, ich bin ein Kind der 90er, ich darf das sagen.
Oh,
So nämlich.
yeah.
Wie schlecht müssen Notizen sein, damit man alles neu schreibt?
All done. It looks wonderful. Natsuki-chan's in for a real surprise when she sees this. I'm sure she will. I couldn't have done it without your help. Thanks, you two. Well, it certainly helped us study too, right? I'll make sure to give Natsuki-chan the notes back tomorrow. Good night.
Hey,
Ja. Der geht mir so auf die... Ah ja, egal.
fine, single.
Oh, Kacke. Oh, Kacke. Moment. Wir haben den 11.07., ja? Shit, das war zu weit. Das Prüfung. Nee, wir haben... Doch, wir haben den 11. Das ist... Ich bin zu weit. Ich wollte gerade sagen, mir sollte mehr überbleiben als das. Das ist Mai. Schon Juli, ja. Juni. Juli. 11. Katana. Oh, das war einfach.
Yes, exactly.
Mhm. Ich soll... Achso. Ich war gerade zwar ein bisschen verwirrt. Ach, die Katze. Katze! Zack. Miau. Ja, das müssen wir ein paar Mal machen. Im Müll haben wir dann auch gleich noch gekramt. Perfekt. Nice forever. Auf wie viel wollte ich sie nochmal bringen? Schülerin, ne? Nee, Trainerin. Mädchen am Schrein. Der gehängte Rang von 5 auf 6. Okay, das kriege ich hin. Mein Gott, von 5 auf 6. Ich habe aber auch den Gehängten mit, ne? Ja.
I can't take it anymore. Mom and Dad just keep fighting. I begged them to stop fighting so much, but they told me to leave them alone. I made up my mind. I have to run away from home. Okay. Sorry, I don't want to be a brat. But I made up my mind, and I'm gonna run away. I better start packing soon. Hey, what should I bring if I'm running away from home? I need lots of snacks, right? And my insurance card? Really? Wow! Running away is easier than I thought.
Ja.
Now, just gotta decide when to sneak out. Either way, I'm gonna give it a try. Don't worry, I'll be just fine, okay? I'm gonna miss playing with you, though.
Ach ja.
When I run away, Mom and Dad will have to work together to find me. This is gonna be great. I gotta make sure I'm ready to go.
And that's the summary of what happened on the night of the 7th. These shadows seem to be quite a bit more formidable than the ordinary ones.
I see. So our enemies are growing stronger as well. Well, it's not all bad news. In fact, I called today's meeting because...
Hold on. Before we go on, I'd like to ask Kirijo-senpai something.
Oh?
I know I'm not the only one thinking this. So much has been happening lately. I feel like I've just been getting dragged along without really understanding anything. But now, I want answers. So I'm gonna ask you straight out. You've been hiding something from us, haven't you, Senpai? You're always acting like you don't know anything about the Dark Hour or Tartarus. But they're connected to that accident 10 years ago, aren't they?
What accident?
Yukari-chan?
There was an explosion near our school and a lot of people died. It must have been big news back then. You know about it, don't you?
Yes.
Luckily, no students were injured. But something is off here. At the time of the incident, there were several unexplained absences. Seems like more than just a coincidence to me.
What do you mean?
Well, I dug up some old school records and found something interesting. Those students weren't just absent. They all suddenly collapsed and had to be sent to the hospital. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Remember those girls who bullied Fuka? They had to be hospitalized too. I want an explanation. What really happened on the day of that accident? The Kirijo group built our school, so you have to know something. Tell me the truth.
I wasn't trying to hide anything from you, it just never seemed relevant. But...
It's okay. It's not your fault.
all right, I'll tell you everything. Shadows have many mysterious abilities. Some research indicates they can even affect time and space. We think of them as our enemies, but what if we could somehow use them to our advantage? They could be a source of unimaginable power, couldn't they?
What?
14 years ago, one man pursued that very line of thinking. He was the former leader of the Kirijo group, Koetsu Kirijo, my grandfather.
Oh, mit Zwischensequenzen.
My grandfather was obsessed with the shadows. He wanted to harness their power to create something extraordinary.
Create something extraordinary?
To that end, he assembled a research team and had them amass a number of shadows.
He was collecting them? Damn, that's freaking crazy.
But 10 years ago, during the final stages of the project, there was an accident. And the experiment failed.
Bei Pokémon passiert das jetzt natürlich nicht.
They lost control of
Claimen
the
die mich
Shadow's
jetzt?
power, altering the nature of the entire world.
You can't mean...
Yes, Tartarus and the Dark Hour.
Damit haben die nicht gerechnet.
According to the records, the accumulated mass of shadows split into several large ones that later dispersed. These are the shadows we've been encountering on nights when the moon is full.
Maybe that's why it's difficult to predict where they'll appear.
Wait a minute. If what you said is true, then why did our school turn into Tartarus? Don't tell me. Is it because that's where they conducted the experiment?
Yes.
Then those students who were hospitalized...
It's just as you fear. It was a highly populated area, and the Kirijo group had influence there. They could essentially do as they pleased. Port Island must have been the perfect location for them. So yes, as you guessed, the experiment 10 years ago was conducted at Gekkokan High School.
Just what are you trying to say here? So that's the whole purpose behind C's? We were dragged into all this just to clean up their mess? You lied to us? And you knew too, didn't you, Sonata-senpai? You've both just been using us! Or do you not care as long as you're the one who gets to do the fighting?
I never said anything like that. I have my reasons.
Think what you'd like, but it was my decision not to share the information. I'm sorry.
Ich
It
finde
was never my
Yukari jetzt gerade
intent
ein bisschen
to deceive
vermessen.
you. Convincing you to join C's was my highest priority. I know it may not be fair, but shadows can only be defeated by persona users. We are the only ones who can fight.
That's hardly the point!
I never had a choice either. It didn't matter if I wanted this power or not.
Mitsuru, that's enough.
Takeba-kun, it's only those in the past who are to blame. And they lost their lives as a result of what they did. We're all in the same boat here. None of us deserve the burden that's been thrust upon us.
But that's...
It's been 10 years since the incident in question. No one knows why those shadows suddenly returned. But now that they're here, we have the chance to find and destroy them. Do you realize what that means? What if I told you that the 12 shadows are the cause of everything?
You're saying if we defeat them all, Tartarus and the Dark Hour will disappear?
Exactly. That's what I was going to tell you earlier. See? It's good news, isn't it?
Can that really be true?
There's evidence to support it, and this is where our true battle begins.
Our true battle.
Regardless of what's happened in the past, we must fight to protect the people. The shadows are gaining strength. We can't afford to wait for them to strike first.
Right.
And there are still many mysteries surrounding Tartarus. For instance, Why did such a gigantic structure appear in the first place? The answers must be out there somewhere.
Wieso sind jetzt auf einmal nur noch 6 übrig? Warum sind denn jetzt auf einmal nur noch 6 übrig? Leute, warum? Wir haben doch letztes Mal noch von 8 gesprochen. Egal. Das kann ja nur President Taka irgendwas sein. Warte mal, meine Decke ist nicht richtig. Aber erstmal hole ich das gefrorene, gekühlte, ich glaube Takoyaki oder was ist das? Nee, geh an den Kühlschrank. Taiyaki, so ähnlich. Ich muss mal anders sitzen, deswegen sitze ich auch gerade ein bisschen eigenartig vielleicht für euch, aber mein Rücken sagt nein. Ich finde das jetzt gerade doof. Ich bin so ein Gewohnheitstier, Leute. Und wenn meine Gewohnheit im Browser weg ist, dann klappt das bei mir nicht so gut. So nämlich. So, und jetzt. So. Wo ist er denn? Präsident Tanaka. Hat er mir also auch wieder geschrieben? Stimmt, ne? Aber erstmal muss ich zu Elizabeth. Judy.
I'm looking for. Are you accepting a let's hear the you
Ich muss auf jeden Fall noch in den Tartarus, aber ich bin nicht dazu gekommen, in den Tartarus zu kommen, weil die Woche mit der Prüfung einfach da voll reingequetscht ist. Naja, es ist egal, kriegen wir hin. Rang 3 auf 4. So hier.
Oh, it's you.
Today's lesson is called The Smaller the Dog, the Louder the Bark. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to see through people's bathing suits at the beach?
Nein.
My, I don't think I've ever seen you this enthusiastic.
Yes,
Consumers might be persuaded by such candor. We could position you as the boy next door. Our company ran an ad in adult magazines proposing a special filter for digital cameras. Simply attach it to your camera and voila! Start peeping! Undress them with your camera's eye, it says.
Ist ein bisschen illegal, ne?
It's been selling like hotcakes. In fact, it's our #1 seller. Unfortunately, customers have been complaining that it doesn't work. I told my staff to just ignore them. Nowhere does it guarantee that you'll be able to see anything. What are they gonna do? Tell everyone their creepy plan didn't work out? Sorry, bucko. By the way, try to cut back on the donuts and cupcakes, huh? I have an idea for an ad campaign. Women would go crazy over a handsome young man in swim trunks. You'd be perfect for the job.
Na gut, ein kleines bisschen kreativ ist er ja schon, ne?
Have you been keeping your promise? You didn't tell anyone, did you? If you go back on your word, I'll edit your face into the most obscene material I can find.
Ah ja? Okay, mach mal. Have fun. Jetzt sitze ich schon wieder so eingesungen in meiner Couch. Ich müsste meine Kamera daran anpassen, aber für die paar Mal, wo ich das mal mache, ist mir das jetzt erstmal egal. Sunday!
Lounging about as usual, huh?
Hmm? Hugh, what do you want? If you're gonna ask me to go back, the answer's still no.
That's not why I'm here. I was just making sure you were still around.
That's so.
We've known each other a long time. It's been almost 14 years since we met at the orphanage. You, me, and Miki. We used to run around here until the sun went down. Back then, it seemed like we had all the time in the world.
You haven't changed one bit. If you want to get all sappy, go do it with your other pals.
What was that?
It's rare for you to think about the past. Usually, you just charge ahead like a damn fool. You've never been good at hiding shit.
Everyone thinks about the past. Even me. Anyway, we finally know how to get rid of Tartarus in the dark hour.
No shit?
Yeah. The thing is, all I've cared about until now is getting stronger. Everything else came second. But yesterday, someone made me question my reason for fighting.
Your reason for fighting? Huh. It's different for everyone. But if you don't have a good one, you can always quit. That's what I did.
I'm not like you. Man, I can't believe I'm the one getting lectured here. Well, see you around.
You really haven't changed at all.
Yes?
Can I talk to you for a moment?
Senpai, this is unusual. Please, come in.
So not only do you excel at providing support during battle, you are also quite skilled at gathering information.
Oh, I'm sorry for doing that without permission.
Don't worry, you're not in trouble. But I do have an important favor to ask of you. I want you to find out as much as you can about that incident 10 years ago.
Oh, well, very little of that was made public.
I know. That's why I want you to access the Kirijo Group's database.
You mean hack into their system? Is that allowed?
I'll give you my ID and password. Then you won't be held accountable. But I need to know the truth. In detail.
Senpai.
Of course, I'll understand if you refuse.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
Are you sure? I appreciate it. Yamagishi, aren't you resentful? Regardless of my good intentions, I did drag you into this without fully explaining. I'm sure you must have at least a few complaints.
Not really. Did you know my entire family is made up of doctors? My parents are the one exception. It gives them a bit of an inferiority complex. That's why they're so hard on me. I don't like being at home. But here, I'm able to do something no one else can. I have a purpose. So no, I don't have any complaints.
You're right. We can't do this without you. No one could take your place.
Oh.
Thank you. I'll see you later.
Mitsuru sollte Motivationstrainerin werden.
So, Tartarus and the Dark Hour are on the way out, huh? No, that's a good thing. That's what we've been fighting for. So then... why... Damn it! Why am I so pissed?
Gosh, it's hot. Even for July.
Wow. Can't believe we're already third years. Guess this will be the last time we'll wear these uniforms and hang out after school.
Who cares?
I just want to get into college and start having fun already.
I get it. My problem is me. I'm going on like fighting was my duty and all. Actually, it's just all I'm good at. Because without that, I'm nothing. So much for being a hero. I can't fight worth the shit anyway. Not compared to him, at least. Damn it! Nothing I do is good enough.
Why am I only ever right about the worst things? Am I stupid for trusting in something so blindly? Dad, I got this letter from you last spring. I must have read it 1,000 times since then.
To my family, 10 years into the future. Tomorrow, I'll bring this letter to the opening ceremony for the Moonlight Bridge. It will be stored in a time capsule and sent to you in 10 years' time. Yukari, you may be small now, but in 10 years, you'll be 16. You'll be in high school. I know you've been sad because I have to work so late, but you always manage to greet me with a smile. I'm really proud of myself. Kirijo-san appointed me head researcher. I'll be starting on a big project soon. It feels good to receive so much recognition for my work, but I swear to you, nothing is more important to me than you and your mother.
Oh, Dad.
Yukari, I wonder, are you enjoying life? Do you have high hopes for the future? Do you still look towards tomorrow with excitement and wonder, like you do now? No matter what happens in the next 10 years, I hope you're happy, and I hope this letter brings a smile to both you and your mother's faces. Eiichiro Takeba, March 6th, 2000.
No matter what happens, huh? All I can do is believe. I won't turn my back. I won't be like Mom. Not ever.
Wartet mal, Leute. ...2009. Der Brief sollte in 10 Jahren von jetzt an zugestellt werden und sie hat ihn 2000 geschrieben. Und hat ihn schon seit einem Jahr. Also wurde er 8 Jahre und nicht 10 Jahre. Egal. Egal. Vor allen Dingen, er ist so weitreichend gewesen und hat vorausgesehen, dass sein Brief ein Jahr vorher ankommt. Und dass seine Tochter dann schon 16 ist. Wobei ich weiß nicht, vielleicht ist sie da jetzt auch schon 17 und ich vertue mich und Mitsuru ist 18. Ich glaube aber, dass Mitsuru 17 ist und damit unser Protagonist und Yukari 16. Ja nun, ne? Oh, die Miet. Wir hinterfragen die Dinger einfach nicht und gut ist. Wow. Gut. Perfecto.
Good day.
Good day. Ich habe eine
Here
Miet.
are my wonderful. That is a great relief.
Habe ich alles nicht gemacht, ne?
Very well then.
Ja, ja. Was?
Good. I shall. Are you accepting a request?
Oh, wir können ein Date machen.
I've been waiting for. Flowing stairs that pose an obstacle to those who dare to reach another floor. So, this is an escalator, a simple contraption at first glance. But one false step will leave one mired in an exhausting ordeal.
To all customers, for your own safety and the safety of others, please do not move in the opposite direction of the escalators. Thank you.
Oh my. It seems that these customers may come to harm. We'd best exercise caution ourselves. And what is this? Please watch your step. There is a pitfall just ahead. Why, it's right over here. There, in the center of this fenced-off area, it's marked with eye-catching signs proclaiming in bold print, "Do not enter." Humans are frequently drawn to what has been forbidden. This is a crafty snare, one that defies the common notion that pitfalls must be hidden. Flowing stairways, pitfalls employing high-level psychological tactics. Human authorities truly go to great lengths in their quest to preserve the town's law and order. I'm very moved by their dedication to the cause. Let us carry on. Our thoughts with the unsung heroes who give their love and lives to this town. Oh, this tantalizing fragrance. Can it be?
Whoa! You can figure out our secret ingredient with just a whiff? I guess you got a funky sense of smell to go with your funky sense of style, lady. Well, there ain't a law saying takoyaki shops can't cook other stuff besides octopus. So, how about it? Wanna buy some? I swear my takoyaki's so good it'll make your jaw drop.
Cuisine so scrumptious that one's jaw can drop off? I imagine that would warrant urgent medical care, realistically speaking. But I would very much like a taste.
Okay.
Unfortunately, this is all I have on me at the moment. I do hope this is sufficient. I have yet to see someone who has actually lost their jaw. That must mean that the ordinary citizen cannot easily afford these. Oh, upon closer inspection, a single serving is only 400 yen. Oh, well then, 2 orders of your finest takoyaki, please.
Thanks. Here you go. And come again.
Die Takoyaki-Verkäuferin nimmt es aber auch einfach hin, ne?
This distinct texture, the firm, chewy skin, there's no doubt about it. I must say, I'm surprised to see this used as a cooking ingredient. The human mind, it is cursed to forever retain whatever knowledge it gains, whether good or ill. Forgive my reticence, but some questions are better left unanswered. There appear to be several dining establishments around here. We must simply visit all of them. My first priority is to go to something called a net cafe, where one may use something called a soda fountain. This apparatus allows for an infinite combination of flavors by mixing various solutions. Just thinking about it gives me a sort of electric tingle across my tongue.
Na gut.
I see. My. Oh, my. Oh, how intriguing. We appear to have exhausted every dining option in this area.
Ein normaler Mensch hat jetzt einfach Bauchschmerzen, ja.
Now that I think about it, you haven't eaten much since our 7th meal. In any event, I must thank you for your delightful company. I shall certainly savor this experience. If you don't mind, I'd very much appreciate it if you were to escort me again sometime.
Ja.
Are you accepting a request? Let's hear the results.
Oh, noch nicht. Okay.
Very well then.
Hm. Ja, von 6 auf 7.
Oh, welcome. Don't you worry. She's crying because she's happy. She's an emotional woman, bless her heart. She's been like this since the day we met. You see, all the graduates from my son's class have come together. They're collecting signatures to save the persimmon tree.
They say the tree is a memorial to their former teacher. They don't want it to be cut down.
It was the same for our son's funeral. Many of them showed up for it. It's been so many years since then, but they still remember him.
They've given their precious time for our son. I don't know what to say. I'm so grateful.
You must be the one who called on them for this, right? Don't pretend it's just us. You don't have to be so modest. You're a samurai. A modern-day samurai.
Naja, solange sie glücklich sind, ist es ja egal.
And before you know it, you'll graduate and step boldly into adulthood. Don't forget about us, you hear? Someday I'd love to grab a drink, you and me. But for now, you'll have to make do with this.
Ich krieg schon wieder irgendwas
See you
von
again,
ihm.
sick.
Welcome back.
Kein Lerntag.
Well, yes.
Na gut, dann haben wir heute nichts mehr zu tun und dann gehen wir halt. Aber ich überziehe auch eiskalt. Ihr Lieben, ich mache dann hier einen Cut rein. Wir sehen uns in der nächsten Folge wieder. Habt einen schönen Tag und haut rein.